Well, hey, all you viewers to be named later, how we doing today? I know, I've got a really strange one for you today. Am I starting a Custodes force? I don't know. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know. They're kind of fun to paint. But still, as you know by that thumbnail, everything else, you clicked on to get here today, we're gonna take a look at Games Workshop's Adeptus Custodes in, was that Allarus? Well, Allarus Custodians. Basically, that's Allarus Terminator armor. Now let's get the adulting out of the way real quick as we get into the fun stuff, okay? So as of Wednesday, March 8th, 2023, currently over on Games Workshop's web store, it's $60 for that box set. You get a shield captain, you get the Vexilla guy, and you get a normal Custodian and Allarus armor. I hope I'm saying that right. Basically, I like how they put this. They deploy with a sudden fury to tear the throat out from the enemy army, where a strong point must be cracked wide open, a traitor warship boarded, or a foul demagogue slain, even as he stands amidst his dedicated bodyguards. There, the Allarus Custodians are unleashed. Now, I was at Docking Bay 93, my local game store, about 2 weeks ago. And I saw the Shadow Throne box set. Now, inside there, basically, it's like a kill team kind of thing. You have the Custodes versus the Tyranids. I like the backstory. A Tyranid brood was discovered in, like, the North Pole on Terra, and the Custodes were assigned to root those little bastards out. One of the big reasons I like buying some of those box sets, and yes, please forgive the flashy little weird... Matter of fact... Sorry. Oh, of course, it's on the second one. Wonderful. We're going to go with that for a moment, okay? One of the bigger reasons I love buying the box sets is sometimes you get an exclusive character. So I figured, okay, even if not, it's going to give me stuff to paint to get way outside my comfort zone. But, Chris being Chris, somehow I screwed up a Custode to the point where I had to throw it away. I don't know what happened. It's like I glued parts of everything backwards somehow. I don't know. Like a total freaking gray moment brain fart area. There may have been some vodka involved, but still. Shut up, Steve Fleming. Shut up. Shut up. So, because of that, and I really wanted that full box set with the Custodes, I had to go out and buy them. I'm going to show you the miniatures here in a second, okay? So, let's open the box and take a look at stuff like we usually do. Now, with everything from Games Workshop, I know it's no big surprise, but the one thing that was a surprise is I didn't get any bases in this box. Seriously, I did not get 3 40mm bases. Thank God, like every other gamer on the planet, I have multiple extras, so I was able to not have to go to Games Workshop and go, send me my bases, you bastards. But still, everything comes on sprues. Oops. Everything comes on sprues. The sprues are numbered. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that too well, but they are numbered, and it corresponds with the book inside. No, I didn't go with the bareheaded Custodes. I figure if you're in a Terminator armor and you're popping in the Nid country hunting Billy the Nid, you want your full armor on. You want to be resplendent in that glory. And like the Custodes thing is, we need to shine with the Emperor's glory. So that's why they're all based in gold. And by the way, I didn't really realize how much of a challenge all the gold was going to be. Now, with these sprues and the stuff left over from Shadow Throne, I had more than enough to do what I needed to do, which is why you see the extra Vexilla sitting right there. And some of the extra, spear points and the axe heads. No big deal. You can do your Custodes and Allarus armor with the axes or the spears. Everything I've found in the books, they're always there with the spears with the heavy bolters on the backside, so why not do that, right? Why not keep it with the meta? You get your little instruction manual, and it marks you through where to go. Now, I like the fact that you can see color coding. They give you different options how to build your Custodes. So just follow the right colors, and God forbid, unless you're stupid like I am, you should get everything correct. Okay, let's get to the miniatures. You're in for a bit of a treat, because some of these are painted. Now, I actually thought, this is not the box set, this is from the Shadow Throne. That is the Blade Champion. I thought that maybe he was the exclusive miniature. No. They've got blade champions, no problem in the Codex. I'll admit, looking at the Codex, I wonder where things like their tanks went, the Telemon Dreadnought went. I don't know. Oh yeah, and in the Shadow Throne, you get Nids and a 5 set of Sisters of Silence. I gave mine bolters. But so that's from the box set. I figured I'd show it off. Learning how to do more with power weapons, which I think is really, really cool. And sorry for, here, let's see if, I don't know. Maybe you can see it a little bit better in there. I found a cool way that works. Now, what I've done is after I assemble, this is just a normal custody, is that thing of Retributor armor I bought from my local gaming store by mistake. Beautiful way to prime your miniature. That's going to get at least 90% of your base coating done in one fell swoop. The one thing I am going to say, I don't know if you can see it too well in there. Some parts really didn't get hit well by the primer. Go in with Retributor armor and cover up all the parts you want gold. It gives you a great thing, but when you go for your next thing, which for me is a Reikland Flesh Shade Gloss, mixed with Reikland Flesh Shade, thank you Duncan Rhodes, it's not going to grip on to that primer that well, so you need something to do it. Trust me, with my Custodes, I've got 9 colors involved in basically the armor. So there's a lot to grab onto and a lot to move through. So there's how I did one. I just wanted this guy sitting there looking like I am about to end your world. So I thought that was cool with his spear at the low guard, how he's kind of looking over to the side like, let's just do this. Alright. The next one from the box set that you can build, and this is my Captain General. Hopefully you can see him in there. These things were... They were a bit of a challenge to paint because I've never painted straight gold that needs to pop and shine. There's seriously a whole bunch of colors in there. A whole bunch. And I had to push myself in different limits, and I really truly like that end result. And I thought to myself, well, granted these Allarus guys are a huge pain in the ass because they're Terminators, would your normal, like, Wardens or the other Custodes, would they be able to be batch painted real quick? Because, like I said, I'm doing a lot and going real detail-oriented into certain areas, especially just like with the Power Glaive, trying to get those little lightning bolt pops coming off it that a lot of things are famous for. I don't know if you can see it too well, but still, I like that. I like how it looks. I like with the Captain General, or the Shield Captain, the really ornate shoulder pads. It's like, yeah, I'm right here. I know I'm a badass, and these will show you. Now, the one that I am currently working on is the Vexilla guy. Oop, come on. Is the Vexilla. I haven't gotten to the staff yet, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. Now, Chris being Chris, and that box set. Can you tell me a problem? That should be up there. When I put it down for the night, it was up there. When I came back the next morning, it was down lower. So I really didn't want to sacrifice another Terminator from the box set just to remake the Vexilla. So I figured to myself, at some point I'm going to come up with some weird story why his pauldron there is sitting down around his ankles. I don't know, like he was the company screw up and somehow he attached it wrong and it's permanently frozen there. I'm going to come up with something. That Vexilla is going to pop with some kind of brassy gold looking color. I've got great plans for the tassels, kind of like the turquoise blue from the Shield Captain. I really like how that turned out. It's just Celestia Gray with Pterodon turquoise contrast right over it. It filled in the gaps and gave it that great shading. But I like how these drove me out of my comfort zone and got me into other areas. And I also like the fact that they're not a huge, you need thousands of model force. They're expensive little buggers, considering that, depending how you read the Horus Heresy books, they're bred from the Emperor's stock, so the gene seed isn't as watered down as they call it with the Space Marines for mass production. The Custodes are a small, powerful Emperor's bodyguard force. When they hit hard and they move. Think like Sardaukar from Dune, which I'm really seeing a lot of the correlation now that people are talking about, how Games Workshop took a lot of things from Frank Herbert's Dune. You know, the Emperor of Mankind. And I am reading the last, well, I should say, The Death in the End or something like that, part 1 from the Siege of Terror. Seriously, there's some weird stuff in there. But still, I wanted to bring this to the channel. At some point, I will have a full unboxing on everything on Shadow Throne. I really don't know if I'm going to do the Gene Cult stuff for the Tyranids. I wanted to do the boss, you know, the big Nid on top of the pipe going like this, like, I'm using my brain to crush you, I'm crushing you. But of course, I couldn't fit his finger too close to his head. It kept going weird angles, but it's Chris being Chris. You know, I will admit, I do have a lot of Custodes stuff on the way. Like, I got Trajan Valoris the other day. And yeah, I cut that little frickin' feather thing from his shoulder piece. It just looked weird and out of place for me, and I really didn't want to paint the feathers, so clip. I like how he looks. That's cool. I had to do some green stuff work on his back, which is curing, and you'll see him at a future point. You're going to see those neat little jet bikes that they have, because there's just something about that I think is cool. You got the guy on a screaming jet bike coming at you with a big old lance going, I don't know. I got attracted to them by reading the Horus Heresy books. I always thought they were just lame little, like the Swiss Guard. That's the only way I can put it. I equated the Custodes like I equate the Swiss Guard. You're a beautiful little centerpiece, but can you actually fight? And then you're reading the Horus Heresy books, and you're going, damn, there's a lot of depth to these guys, so that's kind of cool. Which is weird, considering the other night on Across the Tabletop, I'm like, don't let the meta suck you in, and I'm being sucked in to paint things and create a force, just for fun. I mean, worst comes to worst, there's a small bet, I've already got a kill team painted. From my understanding, for a Custodes kill team, you need 3 Custodes and 5 Sisters of Silence. I already got that in one box set. So I'm good there. You know, it could be interesting to field this stuff. And I will admit, I got to give Peachy, you know, from Peachy Tips, a lot of credit. That base is real simple. It's that Astral Granite debris and Reikland Flesh Shade over the top. It gives you that ruined cityscape, desolate look, which, if you're doing Horus Heresy and the Siege of Terror, everything's fucked up. But still, we're at the best part of the video for me. I want to know your, wait for it, questions, comments, love, hatred, anger, all that fun stuff right down below. Do you feel the Custode force? How do you feel about the stuff I just said? What forces do you want to put out there? What forces do you have? What paint scheme are you going with? I'm just going with the standard bright gold. That black scheme really attracted my attention, so I may do some units in that scheme. I don't know, because, well, it's my paint jobs. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. But still, like I said, leave that fun stuff right down below. Now, if I made you laugh, made you cringe, made you cry, made you do any of that in this video, please hit that big old thumbs up. It's only going to show love and support for the channel, and that is always appreciated. But there we go, guys. My quick look and unboxing of the Allarus Custodes. I want to thank all of you for watching this video. I hope you're having a great day today, a safe day today, and I'll see all of you in our very next video.